Welcome to FM Corner. I'm Danny Koontz, Director of Relationship Management for Windy City Equipment. Today on FM Corner, we're going to talk about 6 keywords of customer service. We've spoken over the last year of different things about customer service, how valuable it is, how important it is, how critical it is to being successful at our job. But today I want to spend that focus on 6 keywords. As you as a facility manager is delivering to your customer, whoever that is. Most of the time it's people in the restaurants, could be people in operations. At a higher level, could be people in the office, whoever that may be, but whoever you're delivering to. 6 keywords, customer service. First one's responsiveness. Seems simple, but it's often hard. Be responsive. Answer the questions. Respond to the person who asks you something or sends you an email or a voicemail. Even if you don't have the answer, I got your voicemail, I'm on it. Thank you. Got your email, I'll start looking into it. Give me a day or 2. I'll try to have it wrapped up by Friday. Sorry I missed your call, didn't get it. I will call you back. Here's when that I'll be returning your call. Let them know something. And in that situation when you said, give me a day or 2 and it gets to Friday and you don't have the answer. Hey, promised you Friday. It looks like it's going to be Monday. I'm still waiting on 2 pieces of information, but I wanted you to know. Here's where we are. Be responsive and know what you're telling the customer and make sure there is some sort of communication. Many people many times say, I don't have anything to tell them. That's okay. Let them know. Let them know where you are. Let them know you're still working on it. Let them know that you're taking their request or their concern seriously and you're working on it. Keep them posted. Be responsive. Quickly. Don't leave those people hanging going, is he really working on it? What's he doing? He never acknowledged me, so I don't know if he ever got it or not. That's not good. This puts people in a state of panic. And then they're looking for it. Did I even pick the right person to contact? Maybe I should be doing something else. Don't give them that opportunity. Be responsive. Second one's follow through. Spoke about this 100 times. Do what you say. When you tell someone, this is what I'm going to do, you have to make sure you do it. You've heard it a lot over the last few weeks and episodes that I've been speaking about. Follow through. Do what you say. If I tell you I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. If for any reason I cannot, I am letting you know at once that I can't, and here's why I can't, and here's what I'm going to do about it as we go forward. Make sure you follow through. Be a person that people can trust. That when they hand something to you and you say, I got it, you feel very comfortable that it's going to be taken care of. Third one's your presentation. How do you present when you sit with a customer or you talk to a customer on the phone or something like that and they're telling you? How do you present? Do you present with a listening tone and an understanding or attempt to understand what their problem is? Or do you take the approach that, I can't be wrong. We're not wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. How do you know? You don't know. You probably haven't listened to 30 seconds of the story. How do you know you didn't do anything wrong? All that does is put the customer on the defensive, whoever that is. Take the time to, let me make sure I understand what the issue is we're speaking about. I'm going to listen and you explain, I'm going to take some notes. And when you're done, then I may have a few questions I want to ask, and then I can get started on trying to figure out how to fix your problem. But listen, sometimes the customer's right. Sometimes they know exactly what they're talking about. Now, there are other times they don't. And that's okay too, because it's going to expose itself during your check and trying to figure out what goes on. That's okay too. Then you have to have a conversation with them and speak about it. But keep your presentation. You want to be positive. And at the second piece of that, you want to make sure you're hearing what they're saying and what they need you to address. Don't ever assume they don't know what they're talking about. That's wrong. That's wrong. Sometimes they're in the ability to know exactly what they're talking about. The next one, communication. Again, probably the second topic that we speak about all the time. Communicate to them. Listening to them is a form of communication because you're taking the time to understand so that you can ask better questions and you can get better information so you can figure out what happened, how do I get it fixed, and who do I need to go speak with to close the loop on it. Take the time for that communication. Again, when you tell them a certain time, you're going to let them know something, you got to let them know, even if you don't have the answer. You told them, I'll be in contact Friday afternoon. That means you have to be in contact Friday afternoon. That's what you told them. So when you say that, again, I laughed for years about, I'll call you right back. Don't say that unless you're planning on calling them back within 5 minutes. That's what right back means. 5 minutes. If you don't plan on doing it in 5 minutes, say, I'll be back to you before the end of the day. Then do that. But communicate to them. Preparation. Once you've been described what a problem is and you think you have all the information, go to work on it. When you're ready to go back to the customer, make sure you have checked every angle and have all the information. Don't leave yourself in a position where that customer or restaurant manager, whoever that is, says, what about this? And that was something you didn't check. And you didn't take the time to make sure you had it. Your presentation needs to be well documented, well thought out. I think I have covered every base I possibly can. Now I want to have a conversation and speak about it. Make sure you have that information. It's all key in how your presentation is to the person on the other side. And the last one is knowledge. Make sure you know. Know what you're speaking about. Don't go down roads that you don't know. Don't give them, well, I guess this is probably what happened. If you don't know that's what happened, don't say that. Say, I can estimate that maybe in some instances, this is what happens to that piece of equipment. I don't know if that's what happened with yours, but it has happened at other locations in previous times or something like that. Just don't say, well, I'm sure here's what the problem is. And then it turns out that's not near the problem at all. Or I'm sure this is the issue when that's not the issue. That's knowledge. Don't give it away. Keep knowledge. It's critical that you match the urgency of your customer. Critical. They're listening because they want to see, does your urgency match with what they believe that should be happening? It doesn't mean emotional. It doesn't mean that. That means calm and clear, but with a sense that matches the urgency that they have to get the problem resolved. Don't promise what you can't deliver, but match it. Nothing like, okay, well, I'll see if I can get to it. No, that's not good enough because you're not matching their heightened sense of what they think ought to be done. I'll get on this right away. I will get it resolved just as soon as possible. That's the answer you give them. Those are the 6 key words in customer service. There's many, but we picked out 6 today to speak about. That's our episode today. Be sure and tune in next week. We appreciate everyone who listens to us every week. Appreciate all the comments and feedback we get. And always remember at FM Corner, advice is always free. See you next week.